welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be cooking a healthy version of jambalaya. So if you are interested in watching this video, just keep watching. Okay, so for this recipe, I'm just going to show you a little bit of the ingredients that you're going to need for this healthy jambalaya. First, I'm going to start off with washing my hands, and it's important to wash your hands for 20 seconds. By singing happy birthday. So to show you the ingredients that you're going to need to get started. Garlic powder, you're going to need cayenne pepper because you want to make it a little spicy. For me, I like my food really spicy, so I'm going to probably put extra spice into mine. However, you can modify your recipe however you like. And then I have here 2 cans of no salt diced tomatoes. So you'll need that. I have celery, I have onion, 1 onion, and some sausage. And so the recipe calls for barley, but I'm just going to use brown rice. So you can just use what you have. If you don't have a certain item, just use what you have in your kitchen. Don't go out and buy extra ingredients. Brown rice is just as healthy as barley, so definitely just use what you have. Chopping the vegetables. You want to make sure you wash them to get all the dirt off. So this recipe calls for just 3 stalks, so I'm just going to use that. I'm just going to chop it up. And if you don't like celery, you can always use another vegetable. Another good one is like carrots, or just use what you have too in your fridge. If you don't have celery, just use whatever you have. And that's the good thing about recipes like this, is that there's no one standard recipe. You can just make it to your liking. Make sure you have a good feel for the onion, so you're going to lay it down on a flat surface like this. You're going to grab it with your palm, and then you're just going to cut like this first. You want to chop like this. Onions can be a little tricky to cut, but once you get the hang of it, it should be okay. And yellow onions are really good for cooking because they have a lot of antioxidants. Actually, a majority of the onions are really good for you. For lowering cholesterol and stuff like that. So I really just like to put like a lot of onions and stuff in my cooking. So I'm not going to chop mine really thin. I like to have mine just like this. And there you go. So I have everything chopped. The next ingredient that you're going to need is ground turkey, or you can use ground chicken, or whichever you prefer. I like to buy ground turkey just because it has less saturated fat than regular ground beef. I like to buy 93% lean, and then it has 7% fat. So that means that there's 93%, it's 93% fat free, and there's only 7% fat in this. They also have ones that are 95% lean and only 5% fat. So it just depends on what you prefer. I do like a little bit of fat in mine, in my ground turkey, just because it provides it with flavor. I finished cooking the meat, and now I'm going to just add the rest of the ingredients. The meat is all cooked, so I'm just going to add the can of tomatoes, the onions, the celery, the sausage, and then I'm going to season it. So I'm just going to put the celery in. And this recipe is really easy to make if you're busy on a weeknight and you don't have time to cook. This recipe is super simple for busy moms or, you know, on a busy weekday. And it's a well-balanced meal. It has your B12, it has your protein, your healthy fats, your veggies. So it's a really simple meal to make. I love jambalaya. And I never knew that jambalaya could be so healthy. I used to make it with ground beef and with shrimp and with white rice. I just discovered when I did my Cooking Matters course and I was teaching low-income families about how to make affordable meals that I came across this recipe that you can make a healthier version of jambalaya, which made me really just excited about affordable meals. So next, I'm going to put the tomato in. There's 2 cans of tomato. So I'm just going to put this. So you just pour it in. And the cost of all these ingredients, so it was less than $20 for the celery, the onions, the canned diced tomatoes. People go out to eat and usually spend about $30, $40 on a meal, which this can last you for a couple days, especially if you're just cooking for 2 people. Now I'm going to add my salt and pepper. So I'm just going to put some pepper. I'm going to put my garlic, and for me I'm not really measuring, but normally if you want to measure, it's usually about 1 teaspoon for each seasoning. So I'm going to put a little more cayenne pepper. You don't have to do this, as I said before. I just like mine really spicy. Normally jambalaya, it's spicy. It's a spicy dish, so that's why I really like it, because I love spicy food. So I'm just going to add more to mine. You don't have to. And then I'm going to put some salt. I love ground salt best. So again, I'm just kind of putting how much I like. I'm not really measuring because I already kind of know how much I want. But again, it's about 2 teaspoons, 1 to 2 teaspoons per herb seasoning. So if you wanted to measure it. Okay, so next, I'm just going to throw that out. So next, I'm going to actually add the brown rice, and then you're going to need, so this is 1 cup of brown rice. So for every 1 cup, you're going to need 4 cups water. But actually I could probably just use 2 cups water because for every 1 cup rice, it's 2 cups water. And there's already liquid in here from the diced tomatoes. So I'm not gonna need the 4 cups. But the recipe calls for 4 cups, but because it already has liquid, then I'm okay. So I'm just gonna pour this in here. Brown rice takes a little longer to cook, so I'm just gonna let this sit for a little bit. And as you can see, it looks so delicious. I'm so excited to try this. And again, this recipe is so simple. So I'm just going to add a little bit of water. I actually don't really need a lot of water because there's already liquid, so. Okay, so now we let it sit for about 30-40 minutes, and then we'll check on it in a little bit. So I just checked on the jambalaya and it's all finished. This is the final product, and this was super simple to make. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that you will try this recipe at home. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me. Thank you. Until next time.